These are the best highlights from the matchup between KT and Fox during the 2024 LCK Summer Split.
You know, we might actually have a level 1 incident. We've had a few of those.
It's more of a game of chicken with this lane. As now down in the bottom lane, this is an excellent dive. Instant cleanse from Henna and a flash over the W, but it's not going to matter. Excellently played, but it's still a good dive here from KT.
Barrels roam, BDD, full prio in mid, this control ward. Good luck contesting this one, BNK. I don't recommend.
Wait, they're just going to charge into the brush here as they're really trying to get on top of BDD, and that is a nice combo on him. He does flash away, but the knockup comes in. Duro is pretty low, though, and BDD is still alive as the last scrub did go to BNK, but what about the rest of your team? The brand value, KT, they run straight into it, and they take an insane amount of magic damage, and now KT are just trying to run away, and that they will, but man, that was it does look like BNK, they're rising to the challenge, and they do want to fight over this one as the arrow is going to hit Deft. Instant cleanse. Nice engage here from Duro once again, but the True Shot Barrage gets a huge amount of value as now Duro, he's just going to go down, goes a bit too close to the sun, and the rest of the team not able to follow up on that. Look at the amount of brushes down there in the river. It's so hard to engage there.
Really nice. Vurex fight that back with the brand. Now Leandri is done for Raptor as well. He does a ton of damage. Duro is level 6 now.
Yoshik getting caught on this one. The flash is awkward as well. He throws out Daisy to try to help. He's already got Redemption, though, and Beryl is frontlining, but he gets baited in by Yoshik, and I think he's going to go down here. There it goes. Closer to pick up the kill. Now Closer 2-0-1 on this Corki.
Yeah, Closer doing a ton of work in this game, and with the brand having Leandri's as well, Redemption is great when you get engaged on. It's great into burst, but they had so much sustained damage between the Corki and the brand there. Ooh,
wow.
Listen. BNK can now just run up topside and try to trade for the Rift Herald. Still be valuable. It's Chemtech Soul, so feeling less bad about it now, but
yeah,
still great individual stats to pick up here, especially for the Ezreal. The ability haste is going to feel nice. You're just going to be constantly tossing those Mystic shots out. And, you know, at the end of the day, could have been worse, but a bit of a disaster here, considering how much control BNK had leading up to it.
Yeah, it did feel like they were in the right headspace. They were doing all the right things, and then just one mistake down on the bottom side, getting caught by the Ezreal, was Henna, and that's kind of leads to quite a big deal. You know, a couple of Drakes already over to the side of KT, and they accelerate their gold lead as well. We'll see what kind of value BNK gets out of this Rift Herald, where they do want to drop it in, because, you know, the top tier 1 is going to quite a number to that top 1 clear, not really able to defend this with all the pressure. Now the Rift Herald just being put down in the bottom lane here for BNK, and they'll get at least the outer. And perfect, you know, being pressured off of this right now, should be able to get the second charge here.
I actually like this ball clear here. We're just going to have a bit of a neutral fight over the Vision.
Got a little fight up in the top side. Clear, very tanky, and you know what? I mean, BDD's trying his best to layer in some damage, but he's only got one item as Beryl and Yoshik will be here, but so are Duro and Raptor, and an arrow gonna hit BDD. He is so dead, and down he will go. Beryl trying to peel, but he's gonna have to flash away as well. Lots of damage is being traded back, but look at the brand value as well. Beryl is not gonna burn down just because they have the Ivern, thankfully for his sake. But they also have like a decent amount of shielding.
I mean, it's great for KT, you know, with the Ivern. But
yeah, that's true. They're trying to deny it here, though, as the True Shot Barrage not quite what it was in the past. It's not going to steal that. And KT, you can see they wanted to fight over this a little bit as Duro is going to engage, and now the brand once again just burning everyone down as the Redemption, though, able to trade a bunch of damage back, and Deft is really the one that is standing tall and dealing just a ton of damage back to try to trade into
measured, I think, than they normally would because of the compositions. I mean, Beryl's playing a Rel into Alistair, so he's not going to be looking for some
his choice, by the way.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, give me that Rel into Poppy Alistair. R5. They're just going to arrow him, and he just elects to flash. Does have Hex Flash, but that's going to be a win either way to the side of BNK. Small one, but still feels good.
Deft does have some main character energy in this game.
He absolutely does. And now Duro in a really rough spot here, but Deft as well, getting pressured. Still, this looks pretty good for the side of KT, as Clear's going to go in by himself and immediately get isolated. The rest of the team was backing away, and Clear says, you know what? Hold my beer, I'm going in.
Yeah, that was turret going down here. BNK, just a split call, and it's a bit of a yikes. Says, okay, we're in live. I'm a little bit nervous.
I think you're good.
Okay, we're good. So Deft, he gets low here, but gets redeemed then. Okay.
I say that, and BDD rocket jumps into the fight, and now Duro doesn't have his ult. He is just dead. As he will explode here in just a moment. Deft says, no, give me that kill. Thank you very much. As now we're going to get another pick, as once again the front line of BNK is going to be torn apart. And now, absolutely, KT can start up this Baron.
Yeah, Deft is just saying, I'm not going to be on that Ezreal loss streak list. I'm Deft. It's Ezreal.
True.
It's not happening. He's playing incredibly well this game. And unfortunately, BNK, we'll see how this all went down when we go into the replay, but just...
Yeah, this can't happen. He's just going to be isolated, trying to do the blue buff right next to the team that's doing the Baron. You can't do that. As now Closer are going to force a flash. Kind of
little Raptor here. I mean, you miss every blue buff you don't take. I don't know.
Fine, you know, Closer just Valkyries away, but it's fine if you have ult, as you mentioned, on the Alistar, but not fine in that position, as now they're going to be isolated, and they just have the damage to peel through the Poppy. She's just not that tanky right now with the LDR online, with the 3-item Ezreal, who's so fed, as now Cassante, is he killable? Well, the answer is no. I should have known. BDD in a little bit of trouble, but the Ivern is just denying so much damage. It's insane what this champ can do, especially from ahead.
Yeah, I mean, the uptime of those shields, it's pretty absurd, especially when you're retreating and your shield isn't actually contacting with anybody. You just get that CDR, and then you're like, okay, I got guard. So he doesn't have that extra safety anymore either, and that's a real big problem here, is relatively low econ.
But it doesn't seem to matter to Deft.
Yeah. So when the shield hits somebody, you know, it's a longer cooldown, but when it doesn't, it's...
We know that Deft is able to do it. He's level 16 now, and nobody can really touch him, right? He's just given so much freedom, especially with the lead that they have. And yeah, Arrow going to be eaten by the Rel, providing that front line. We're just dashing into them, as now an excellent engage from Barrel. Wow, that was amazing. He's going to die, but man, that looked cool.
Hey, he got all of them, and then he disappeared, but he was able to CC them all.
Oh boy, and we got Rylai's here ticking. I mean,
here comes Clear.
AT's being chased down. That's 2 kills now, as Clear is coming in from behind. The front line of KT Rolster is gone, and the Baron is about to spawn. Down will go Tristana, and BNK, their base is in tatters. And Deft is still doing insane damage. Okay, that was, okay, I'm not sure about that one, as now the flash comes in from the Alistar. Oh, the shield though, man, this guy is crazy.
Blast bone action.
Yeah, now it's just Ivern. And Pyosik, I think, eventually, now he's just too fast. Or is he? Clear is coming in, chasing him down. Guys, their base is dying at the same time, but they don't seem to care. Closer is going to get that kill. And yeah, this is
staving off the super minion pressure for long enough to actually start this one. And I mean, there's a way back into this game potentially.
Yeah, I mean, they should get this Baron 100%. Wow, that smite was incredibly late. He smited that at like 187. Meanwhile, their base is in a lot of trouble, as now Perfect trying to stop the backs, but the Baron empowered recall is not good enough, and they will stop the backs. It's only Closer and Alistar to get back, but maybe a couple of kills here to the side of KT is Clear, and Hannah doing a number to these guys, but eventually Clear is going to go down. Eventually, right? Okay, there you go. Well, this game is just insane.
I mean, they ended up getting the kill onto Perfect there as well. They do defend the bait. The Baron empowered minions are not as good defensively as they are offensively, but it will still help, as Raptor has a huge role to play here in the potential to base defense, but I don't know if it's going to be good enough.
He just used his wave clear in a Daisy.
Yeah,
that's not going to help.
That's not helpful.
He's still, okay, well, Daisy's going to go down, and the Baron empowered minions do come out, but they did lose a Nexus turret.
But it's not a huge deal. There's still a way in for Fearex, but this is actually quite significant to give this one up. Yeah. There's just nothing they can do.
It's pretty large. It's actually huge. I mean, Cassante and Rel love it. One team fight goes the way of BNK. Closer is 6-0 with full build. Anything could happen, as that is a big true shot barrage. And Clear is being chased down here. He is going to avoid all the knockups. Not that one from Daisy, though, as this first inhibitor is going to go down, and the damage from Deft is just insane. And they're not really responding to it at all. It's Clear. It's nearly going to die. Deft this time he is going to Arcane Shift away from the team.
This brand is so valuable here on the defense. They're sitting on this one Nexus turret.
really need to focus on clearing the waves out as that they will. The arrow comes in, the engage from BNK not great as Closer going to take a bunch of damage. In goes Barrel, and the True Shot barrage once again is huge. Redemption comes in, but now Perfect is alone in that back line as the Alistair is insane, but he does get Henna down, and now the massive Tristana damage comes in, and KT, they will limp across the line, but they will at least finish in first in this first game, as it will be the Nexus to go down. Duro looks like he will survive, much to the chagrin of the remaining KT members. And that'll do it. Game 1 will go into the hands of KT Rolster.
At the end of the day, Henna is, you know, you can see that his conversation.
The dive they were looking for.
Yeah, great cleanse from Deft. You know, changing the turret aggro very quickly is
Yeah, Closer, ooh, nice buffer, but just barely getting out of there. As that matchup has now gone over to BDD, so now they have 3 winning lanes.
Yeah, Pioshik's not done.
Yeah, Closer, no jump, easy as that. Pioshik says, thank you very much. First blood goes to Sejuani.
Then anything he does is just going to be like, okay, well, I know where he's here. We'll go to the other place. We get a successful gank. We get a successful Summer, you know, grab away.
Front of his 80 carry.
Pioshik's here.
And yeah, I mean, they're just getting them low for the follow-up dive, and that is exactly what is coming in now. The ult straight into Duro, as Beryl is in a bit of trouble, will be traded back, as Nautilus, very difficult to dive, and even Deft is going to go down. So a 2 for 2, but denial of CS, and Pioshik is just getting even. It's like pretty lucky, actually, for Beryl.
This time the turret's really low, so Pioshik can just bide his time here and push them away.
Yeah, they are going to ward it, so at least they do see him. Duro, nice buffer on that one, but here comes BDD, and Duro is not long for this world. Pioshik can just solo the both of them. Doesn't need much help at all, and that's going to be another kill onto Pioshik, who was already very large.
Team fight, Tristana gets some side lane pressure, you know, maybe. She's only got 2 grubs, but Perfect is just teasing Clear at this point, who cannot teleport to do anything bottom side.
It's not Chemtech Soul again, and if it's Hextech...
Oh! Valdez, the Savant!
I don't know why
the Rain Man
this week. I don't know, I got sick, and then all of a sudden I gained powers.
So it gets even worse. Is that what you were gonna say? If it's Hextech?
Yeah, because you know the catch potential with the Hextech Soul is just insane with the Ashe and the Azir and the whole comp. Clear is in a bit of a rough spot here as he's gonna get stunned on the turret, and Beryl is ganking him. Now we do have Maokai coming on up, but Cassante doing Cassante things. Will it happen? As Beryl doesn't want it to happen, but you can't deny Cassante.
Mid. Man, this is just going to be a game where win lane, win draft, win game. It looks like, I mean, BNK just can't do anything in this one.
Yeah, they weren't left with a lot of options here as Braum able to take that one in, and now the Sejuani ultimate going to be thrown, but able to dodge 20 extra farm, a bounty, and yet they're the same level.
Crazy.
XP, one hell of a drug. As now Pioshik, we'll see, we'll test that theory. Is he actually unkillable? I guess against 5 people, he is not, as he will go down. BDD also just going to die for some reason, as that fight was not good.
Is the Soul. They have Soul, or they will have Soul Point if they grab this. They have full pryos, perfectly punished in the cross.
Now it's going to take a TP and losing a Drake for it. Will it work out? Will they even kill him? I think with 3 people they should be able to, especially with the Tristana damage, as in he goes and down he goes. And the shutdown will go over to Cassante. And yeah, it's in trade for a Drake.
Does a lot of damage on this Azir. Deft still showing in mid, and if BNK try to commit, they're going to be into Emperor's Divide.
Yeah, you don't really want to engage onto Beryl as they're using a lot into the Braum. And down will go Henna. No cleanse. No way to get out of that one, but the Braum does go down, and now the front line is only perfect, but huge staying power for him, and Pioshik actually still in the front line as Clear, trying to assassinate BDD, might just be able to, but no, he goes down. And this should be the fight over to the side of KT. Rolster just barely getting across the line, and that should be Baron for them.
A little bit concerning the way that all played out for KT, a little bit closer than I think he wants to get done with it, see if he is zoned away again, as Raptor does have that Nature's Grasp.
Slows are coming in once again, and now Duro's in a lot of trouble. That Braum ultimate is huge value to Maokai. Nature's Grasp is going to keep them all at bay, but the chase will not be denied from the side of KT. And here comes BDD, takes the weirdest angle, but it does not matter. Only gets Clear, but once you take the Cassante down, the rest of the comp will fall like a bunch of dominoes, as Duro is going to throw this into Beryl. but that's not the Ashe. And in goes Depth, and he will take everybody down, and that will be the end of this fight.
Depth has had enough. He's ready to go home. And yeah, BDD gets his revenge on Clear as well. On that one, the Emperor's Divide only gets the Gasante, the one that pulled him away last time, but this should be KT with this Baron buff for another minute, closing this one out. Not a clean ace, but nearly there. KT dominate with the better draft, tons of map control, few whoopsies, a few, tripping over shoelaces in the mid game, but it's okay in the end when you're this far ahead. It just doesn't matter.
Just doesn't matter. They're grouping up for another team picture.
Allow her to just kind of go forward, guarantee she gets the reset on her jumps, and could even kind of be used as an engage tool with her rocket jump. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And it's surprising also, okay, Zeus has to flash.
Nice flash, but I don't know if it saves him here. He gets onto the turret, and Rumble just going to burn him to a crisp. Not the first time we've seen that either. The damage at this level is just so high.
And not the first time we've seen Zeus teleport back to lane to die. We've seen a lot of that in this meta, unfortunately for top laners. Not just Zeus, Bin having his own disaster there as well, but now you're down TP against the Rumble, who did go Ignite, of course, but it is very frustrating, the situation here for Zeus, who will lose a significant amount of farm. He's already down 15 CS.
Zeka, awkward spot. He has to go aggressive here on a Faker who should be backing away. He jumps away at the exact right moment, and Zeka will be punished by Owner, who does take him down, and at least is able to trade a kill back. The Faker now down in ult. As meanwhile, down on the bottom side, huge combo onto Guma, gets a big shield, throws out the Zeri ult just to push them away. As Keria continues to pressure into Viper, that's another extendo beam, but have they pressured too far? Delight really wants to punish this. Has the flash, maybe waiting for his cooldowns to come up here as he continues. Nope, just gonna go straight into that one, but maybe a bit too far as tons of damage coming out for Guma and Keria and Delight. Oh, he's gonna get flashed on Guma! Gonna take him down in the extended trade.
As soon as you see an out, it's just
here comes Peanut again. And Meganar just went down. Zeus is gonna clear the entire wave though and push it back.
There's no equalizer yet either.
He can get it back here. If he reads this, I mean Peanut though, he should be able to stop this though. As now he's gonna get in there and they're just gonna dive without a wave. They don't need a wave. They're Rumble and Poppy. So they're just gonna dive the turret.
Fortunately, Zeus didn't have flash from the earlier exchange. So that pressure from Doran just continues, and we said it earlier, there's no big draft gap here, but the Rumble really does stick out like a sore thumb in terms of the pressure there top side, and that's why I gave the edge to Hanwha. It's their 500 gold lead right now as Hanwha go in.
Yeah, Owner, he is going to get one grub, but he is also going to get a gray screen as the entire team of Humble Life Esports comes in and annihilates him. And the rest of the T1 are like,
Zeka will lose half his health bar, but we're doing it again.
Guess who's dead again?
Guess who has equalizer this time?
Yeah, Zeus doesn't have Meganar either. I mean, he might barely get it. No, not going to happen. And it's just clinical here from Humble Life Esports. This is Peanut's bread and butter.
Yeah.
This is what exists.
There's no permafrost synergy in this draft here for the side of T1 as well, so feels kind of bad as the TP's coming in.
Yeah, they're going to get the flash for Faker's TP. Who's probably going to TP in there anyway. But still, little bonus. But now the TP comes in, and guess who? It is going to be Zeka looking to fight this one. But now Peanut goes too deep. They go in way too early. As a kill already going to go over to the Zeri. Guma looking for more, but now the Hex Gate's coming in, and Zeka doing a bit of damage. Also, the Ezreal and its chase. But very nice mechanical play there from Owner just to flash over the Steadfast Presence. Make sure they absolutely 100% confirm that kill onto Peanut, and that they can continue with the fight. Now Faker is going to get this bottom lane turret as the Rift Herald is going over to Humble Life Esports.
I think maybe T1 found an angle, but it's just short-lived, honestly, and now Peanut's just blocking any sort of defense here of the turret.
This is just Peanut. He just rules the Rift right now, and Guma's dead. So the battle of the carry is going to go easily over to Doran. Once again, alley-ooped by Peanut, just on a different part of the map. And Humble Life Esports, they're just doing a great job. Yes, Faker is going to get this top turret, but look at the rest of the map. They're just pressuring everything, and they're going to get a Hextech Drake. Yeah, as they begin to really roll their lead ahead.
Exactly. Faker will get that turret, but they got the mid turret, and they got the dragon, and they got the kill onto Guma. And that's, unfortunately for T1, not a trade you're looking for, as now they can just put Rumble back in the top lane. And, you know, at this point, Doran's not going to feel too bad about his lack of TP because he's just going to be sitting alone in the side when there's no objectives.
Yeah. One of the few times the Hextech Gate works against you, as now Faker, look at the damage, but we do have Owner here looking to try to punish as they might just leave Delight. The collapse from T1 is pretty huge. Delight is going to flash over the wall just to be matched by a hop from Faker, so that doesn't really work out for him. As now Doran, he's still up here. This is a massive shutdown if they do get it, and take a look at this. He's just going to be handed over to Faker eventually.
This is, by the way, a T1 Baron call.
Yeah, they're going to do it.
They set this play up, I think, before the Baron, knowing that if they can catch Doran there, if they bait it, this is the T1 map read. They called it. I bet Faker was telling you, hey, we kill him, we get Baron. They get 2, and now Hanwha Life struggling to respond.
Viper's begging them to pull off the Baron, but they're not. They're not yet. The damage is still going into the Baron, and the amount of Baron damage that they have is also huge. But now Delight is here, and Faker is out of the fight, and now the Baron is leashed for Hanwha Life Esports as they want to stick around. Don't want to let it go to waste. Owner over the top, and the spike goes to Peanut anyway. As now the fight will commence. Faker in a lot of trouble. He flashes the wall. Keria in a rough spot. Maguma with a little Zeri moment, pushing forward, looking for the kills. And Hanwha Life Esports are isolated. They get the Baron, but they will not get the fight as T1 take them down.
Absolutely work. Come over there. They set a trap. They get those 2 kills, they start the Baron, and yes, the Baron is taken by Hanwha.
Here we go. Oh, yep, there it is, right over the wall. Owner sets it up again, and Doran gets isolated and gets taken down.
They're getting even more. That's the 4th. It's a very... 4 Baron spawns at the top side.
Yeah, I think they had a ward to see it happen, and then they just set it up beautifully. And now Delight in a bit of an issue, but Faker as well going to be isolated, taken down by the ult of Peanut, and a little bit of help from Viper. And they do take him out of the fight. We have a Drake in a minute. Man, he's had a really strong game.
I mean, his ult as well on the Baron almost turned that around to where, you know, Hanwha Life ended up winning the fight.
Yeah. It's just the Peanut effect in domestic leagues, especially against T1. He just really wants to win this game all the time. And that is going to be the second Hextech Drake. They're going to have to trade their top inner here as T1 do group for that.
It's only 1 grub on this Tristana, but it is going to still be enough. And man, Hanwha's macro this game, their control, they
and
know.
Now you get the dragon.
Yeah, now they know. They just know T1 don't have any engage. They have the vision here with the Scuttle Crab as well. Viper going to peel off. And they can rush over here, try to deny. Peanut and Delight are here. T1, nice try, but it's checkmate is basically what Hanwha is saying.
Yeah. They had no vision of the dragon. They had no vision of mid lane. They have no idea if the dragon is being started or not, so they can't just wildly have a health bar. And Viper, again, is just seeing forward, and nobody can do anything.
Yeah, and now this is the call for Hanwha Life to control this choke. Faker's half health. Great true shot there. Doran?
They're going to find Doran. I mean, there's a lot of damage, and Owner gives him the thumbs up, says, thank you very much, my guy. You're giving us a chance to come back in this game.
Yeah, that's a huge catch onto the Rumble. T1 up a man now. Teleport comes through from Faker. He was half health, but he can just come back here in full and push this wave. And now teleport topside coming through here from Zeus. So they're going to get control over the Baron area.
Bit of damage coming out from Faker. He's going to blast them away. And now the Zeri finds her moment. Guma just going to flash in, takes down Zeka, who had flash, but died just way.
Back in their hands now. They've got full control. Zeri gets a kill there as they push forward onto the Corki, and you can see Zeka's face.
Have Lulu shielding everybody. You've got Bloodthirsters on at least the Zeri. You've got a lot of tanky stats, and it's absolutely true. So T1, they do their job, like I was saying before, right? You take control with the Baron buff, you take the Drake away.
Yeah, just getting small tempo advantages is all they can really get with this poke. And Hanwha have said, look, I've got Keeper's Verdict. I'm going to come in here and start this Baron up. Maybe the Poppy is going to be the deciding factor here.
And Owner, he doesn't have his ult, so he's just got to go in there, and there it is! The Keeper's Verdict, he is gone. Owner is not in the fight, and Hanwha Life Esports get the Baron. Now we gotta worry about the Hextech Soul.
Warmox be damned. If I can land that poke, it's probably going to be the game-deciding fight.
It absolutely should be. Let's see who does get it. The burst onto this Soul is huge as it goes to the Poppy. Peanut gets in and he steals it away. And now you have this Ezreal who was owning the game. Now has Hextech Soul in this one. And T1.
But it certainly feels like it is with Hextech Soul on this level 18 full build Ezreal. It is just so hard to play this one out as T1 with no engage. Good luck.
Good luck as the damage coming in once again, and Viper can do whatever he wants. And they're just looking for it. Oh, there it is. Peanut finds the flank as well as Carrier is going to be assassinated from miles away. And now they will break down the front door of T1. OPLoLReplay Esports, they take everything on the map, and they will in fact take this game number 1. Unless Guma going 1v5. He's got a BT, but oh, it's not enough. Nice try, but OPLoLReplay Esports will in fact win game 1.
There's your morale and avocado value. Down goes Guma, and down will go T1. Great game by both squads. The tenacity of T1 without any control there. Punisher Doran gave them another win, but it is a matchup that if you make a mistake as the Quinn, or if Owner just camps topside there, it's not a freebie by any means. Delight almost in position to maybe steal one of those away, but he's going to come over here and contest. They want to get at least one of these, but no prio for Doran, and I think Hanwha is going to have to give this one up. Very awkward here.
Pino was doing the Drake, so I'm not really sure what their goal was. Maybe to steal one away or at least pretend like they're going to fight over it, but I don't think in that situation they were ever actually intending on committing to a fight. And Doran just stayed.
Cleanse. Owner does not have 6, so
I mean, he's just going to run into the two of them. That is still very dangerous. And there's the cleanse flash as another stun comes in, but didn't necessarily have to use that, did Doran?
It should have been pretty obvious that this was what was happening, but he thought maybe he could stave the pressure off, and will be relatively unsuccessful in doing so. We'll lose those summoners and take the CS here, but Viper is swapping now back to the top side. So a really nice little tempo edge that T1 are trying to grab here. 2 plates go down bottom, 2 plates go down top. And it puts the Renekton away from the use a plate down here as this Caitlyn with 4 grubs is really going to work.
All right, well, we got a TP coming in. It's kind of an awkward angle, but with the Rakan, Delight trying to keep them around. Zeka, here he comes. This double flash available for the bottom lane. And now Peanut going to knock Faker away, but he's in an awkward spot. And I don't even think the Blast Cone helps him here. He's going to try to get over the wall, but there's the ult. And Peanut is going to taxi in onto Owner. But even Zeus is here. Now a flash over the wall, and the Nimbus Cloak. Peanut is going to get out against 5 people.
He's got that phase rush. He's running. Doran's going to get a plate for his troubles up here on the still. And back down here. More demolish. More plates going down. Guma is just making quick work of this turret, and it's an Azir who's getting pushed in. Guma even going to drop the ace in the hole here as they want to contest Dragon.
Faker taking a bunch of damage, but Viper trying his best to layer that in. The double knockup comes in from Delight, and Carrier going to be sniped down by Viper again. And a massive sweep going to get both flashes out of Faker and Guma. And now Viper, he's still on the chase. As unfortunately we do have a Chemtech Soul, but it's still a nice fight here for OPLoLReplay Esports.
Yeah, really nice fight for there. Some additional damage. Going to be that secondary 80 carry you were alluding to. Peanut hidden.
Hide on bush. And, well, it's going to be taken, but Peanut in a little bit of trouble here as he is CC'd basically for 8,000 years, and eventually he will die. Carrier stealing the kill away.
It is. You can see here, look at where look at the minimap and where the rest of his team is. He's like, I'm going to steal it. And he does.
Wait, I think he didn't.
Wait, he did not? Oh, no, he did not. Look at his smite.
Well...
Okay. Quinn is great at that. As T1 desperate for an engage here. TP.
Okay, then TP going to be utilized. Peanut, we're zooming in on the steadfast presence, and there goes the Brawl, but Owner still nearby. It comes down to a smite fight, and Peanut wins it again. It's just a single Chemtech Drake, but now, with Chemtech Soul on the board, could potentially pick that up next time.
That certainly could. T1 going to maybe try ult and just kind of hope for success. Peanut denies them again, and now it's Soul Point.
Ooh, Doran just went out of Valor here. He's going to be in some trouble. I thought he was just going to move up and get vision, but that is not the case. Now he is 1v2, and this Renekton, given enough time with the help of Sejuani, will absolutely deal with the Quinn. So Zeus going to pick up that kill.
But now T1 prio on this Dragon.
Yep, and that fruit is one of the ones I like because it promotes action. Viper's able to get right back in. And we're going to have a clean, even fight here. And let's see how it does go.
Doran on the flank.
Yeah, Doran is on the flank. Peanut, he's got his Keeper's Verdict. And there it is. Owner desperately trying to dodge it, but now you just don't have smite, so it's easy. And now they get the engage on a Zeus. As do they have the CC to lock him down, though? This Renekton kind of going crazy, but not for long, as he was alone. The rest of the team did not want to follow up on that without Owner, and it's just Chemtech sold to Humble Life Esports.
And they just avoid the fight entirely.
He is building full armor, and he's so far ahead. As we got a 1v1 here, Faker going in on a door, and he wants to punish him. The big one is going to miss, but he's got more rockets where that came from. He's looking to build up one more. Can he get it? The Wolves are going to block a little bit here, as now a Valkyrie comes in, and it's not enough. But we do have the snipe from Guma downtown to take down Doran.
There you go. Good footwork. He's trying to get his way out. He knows the Guma has ult, but won't be able to stop that one. So that's a big pick here, as they're going to go for mid-turret.
Oh, that's Keeper's Verdict. Missed this time. Peanut finds himself in an awkward spot again, but he's basically unkillable. And the rest of the team, though, Delight might be in a bit of an issue. The Divide comes in, but Delight is going to go down, and now Zeka baited into the fight, trying to dash away. And he looks like he barely will, as one missile is going to miss, and Peanut is still on the run. And he is going to be the one that pays for it. T1 going to be looking at Baron now.
Yeah, there's the Baron call right afterwards, and T1, they end up punishing there super hard. Peanut missing the Keeper's Verdict is what sets it all up, and Viper trying his best to chip away at the chasing members. Zeka looking for the Emperor's Divide for Peel, but it's just too little, too late. This not going to be anywhere close to a steal, and T1, they had a gold lead already, but now they're going to take even more map and actually contest the turret. The angle he had there would have given you a turret at least. That's really big. That's really important because T1 have that mid turret. You don't for this Elder.
But I think Doran's dead again. He doesn't have vaults, and, well, looks like Zeus is going to respect it and maybe even just give the kill over to Faker. Excellently done, as Faker, Zeus, and doesn't manage to do that, but still on the chase. Zeus is being pushed all the way down and marked by the Quinn, so at least Doran is doing that, if not much else. Delight is going to find the Renekton. Ult comes in, Delight not going to get that blocked by Doran. We might just have a good old-fashioned flip unless Peanut can get the Keeper's Verdict again.
Viper's going to have to hit some damage here, trying his best to put it onto Owner, but just not landing everything. Caitlyn Trap zoning them out right now. Peanut going to try to clear this up. Even Viper getting in there, but the Keeper's Verdict is really the key here. Peanut's got it back now.
Yeah, Owner does have flash. I would like to see him flash this one, if it does come down to it. Delight, very nice angle. He's going to look for Faker, but he totally whiffs. That's not going to be the angle you're looking for. As now Viper going to throw that in once again. The Keeper's Verdict does get a couple, but not the two he was looking for. TP's coming in. As the Elder is getting so low, might come down to the flip. Peanut wants to fight it, but T1 not going to let them come in, but Owner gets so low, and Zeus is frontlining, and they get the Elder. T1 should take this down. They absolutely wipe them, and they will take down the Elder.
T1 so patient this time. Yes, they get knocked away by the Keeper's Verdict, but Owner doesn't. Teleport comes through instantly from Zeus. They do not push the Elder health too low. They did not give Peanut an opportunity for the 50-50. They put him incredibly low, and they fight it exactly as they should. Hanwha Life, no chances in this one. No error from T1. And it looks very likely this is just going to be the end of the game here. 20 seconds on Viper, 25 on Zeka. T1 gonna bring us to 3.
That they will. Another very close game. I don't think we're going to be seeing Quinn again, that's for sure. The way that T1 were able to handle it this time around. As the Nexus will fall and T1 tie it up, we got a series on our hands.
Control that zone, but more so it's the Kaisa poke and the recon flanks that you have to deal with here as Hanwha Life now.
Yeah.
Hanwha Life's is 3 of the 4 wins in this matchup.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Owner took those first couple of games personally, and he is going very deep to try to trade up against Peanut. And I think in the 1v1, maybe he would have won eventually, but in the 3v1, he will not win. And that is going to be for Owner, who has fallen behind, as Peanut does have Smite, but not looking to overcommit for just a third grub. But still, well, that's going to be the Poppy into Yona that we all love. The knockup does come in here, and the burst damage is huge on Zeka. Has to flash away, but he does get away alive. Trying to go for the big wraparound here is Humble Life Esports. Owner has been bullied quite a lot in this game, but he's been able to catch up. He's level 6. He's all right, but now the flash is going to come in. Maybe I immediately curse him, and yeah, the ult comes in from both of them.
Important series here.
He just, it's personal whenever he faces off against T1. He just just cranks it up to another level. We've all said it, even Atlas said it on the space.
Hooney's alluded to it, you
Yeah.
know, has spent some time
Ox
on
was
T1.
there. He was probably thinking it.
Yeah.
I don't think he said it, but it's fine.
It's weird, G-Sun didn't mention it, but, you know.
Yeah, Hextech Souls today. I think 2, which is a lot. And T1, now they want to make a play here for the Grubs. We'll see if they can get all 3. That would be very nice.
Zeus, you know, is relatively close by. It's really hard to push in here into the cannon as HLE.
Yeah.
And I think they're just going to simply give this up. The Ezreal attempt is nice, does a lot of damage, but...
Trying to collapse on Azeus here, but he is Kennen, and he's going to throw that up, and Doran already a ton of damage done to him as everybody's in here, but now the follow-up comes in from T1. Excellent ult from Zeka, just to try to disengage.
Yeah. And you're done for.
So Viper's not going to have nearly as much pressure as he did onto some of the other picks, like the Caitlyn,
Yeah,
or I think it was the Zeri, right? Game 1?
yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Viper was on Ezreal game 1. It was Zeri, for Guma.
Yeah. ADC's playing it too.
Right. So it's a dragon here. It's Infernal Soul to come through. So I don't know who's wearing punished here by Carry. There's Flash and ult.
Here comes Peanut, and he will just get away scot-free.
Okay, but it's a cannon, so I don't know if it should be happening. And they're TPing. They really want it to happen on the cannon.
It's 4 of them. It should be enough, and they're even able to link a couple of stunts in. But now the Keeper's verdict, they're still not going to be able to save Zeus. But can they trade a kill back? I think they can. As Zeka is going to go down. Delight should be okay. Another re-engage here is going to get the flash out of Owner as Peanut wants to continue to go in there. There's the Tempered Fate. And a Counter-Strike. Owner just in a lot of trouble here as Keria can't peel forever. And Poppy actually just not dying, taking pretty much forever as we got a pillow fight in the top lane. And Keria, will they be able to kill him? The answer is no.
Here comes Faker. He got the turret. Now he's TPing in.
All right, now it's not a pillow fight, it's a gunfight. As here comes Faker, he is assassinating people, and they just went way too deep for this. It's 3 kills to T1 in the trade. But it's going to take a long time until we see him doing much outside of just being a Counter-Strike bot.
I think he's just going to be a Counter-Strike bot, actually.
Oh.
I don't know if he's ever going to do...
Want to do that, but T1 are going to take over control of Banana Brush as now Engage comes in, but that is a Jax as an ult sails wide. They're looking for the isolation on Zeka. He gets incredibly low, but also pushed over the wall. He does have TP, but I don't think he's getting out and back. Maybe with the Tempered Fate, though.
Yeah, gotta buy some time.
Oh, here's the engage from Keria, and they get the full-on wombo combo onto that front line as Doran also going to get pretty low. Here comes the TP from Zeka. They're still trying to fight this as Life Esports, but I don't know. Peanut trying to get close to this one, and the smite is not going to work, and he's going to go down. T1. Now they've got a Kaisa on top of Zeka. Down he will go. That's a double kill for Guma, and they sprint towards the Baron.
Yeah, T1. About what was the sideline value in this game? About 2 autos. And then, you know, the exhaust for Delight isn't up. It's just coming up. He uses this 3rd game. They have so much control.
Engage here on Aguma. He's able to cleanse out of that one, but T1, we're pushed up pretty far here with the Baron buff as now Peanut in a little bit of trouble as the Tempered Fate. We'll see if it works out. Zeka just going to be flashed away from as Keria gets in for the peel. And here we go, slicing Maelstrom once again, but this time the exhaust comes in and Peanut's still going to go down, traded for the cannon. As this is a wild fight now. Jone, Zeka, he finds the angle, he takes down the Rakan, Faker to follow, and they're gonna stop the push immediately. T1 not respecting the engage from Life Esports.
Through from Kennen, but the exhaust, as you mentioned, is there this time for Delight. He shuts down the Kennen, and then it's just kind of a front to back from there. Doran is always threatening on the flank there with Counter-Strike.
Peanut is, he's been slowed quite a lot, not taking too much damage. Oh, they find Zeus on the flank here as he throws out the Maelstrom, but he's in a lot of trouble, has to flash the wall. And now the combo over the top, Life Esports. They turn on the Peanut though, he's getting pretty low, has to flash away. In goes Doran looking for something more. Guma also has to flash the Tempered Fate. And Doran is not gonna overcommit to this one.
And you have so much safety as Kennen, you think you can pull that off, but Life just called the bluff and push on him super fast there. Not much counterplay, and this is looking great for HLE.
Yeah, we have a TP coming in here, but that Drake is gone. And so the TP is gone as well.
Suspended for no gain.
Delight about to face check a little bit here. Flash on in as even the support item not going to help him out there at all. We do have Barrett.
Faker's also on this angle. Hanwha Life, this is so difficult to fight out. They're going to have to use Viper's poke. They may just go straight into this.
Might
don't
just
recommend.
be a straight up flip as well as the ult is going to be sent in. Keria trying to peel, but that's not really going to work as Yone Zeka gets in again, gets the blow, but they will not get the Baron as the verdict gets used on a Peanut.
One get out with those empowered recalls, and now they're back in control of the game.
Yep, they absolutely are. And Keria, ooh, that's...
This is a very, very knife's edge fight that we're setting up here in neutral.
Now let's see, I mean, Peanut a little bit caught up, and now it's actually Zeka on the left. Also, Peanut getting pretty low. Doran weaving around his stick, but it's not going to be able to do enough. The counter-strike doesn't even go off, and the Temper Fate not going to help him either. Keria with the knock-up here. Excellent timing. That's going to be the end of 3 members of OPLoLReplay Esports, you would imagine, but Doran will flash, but it does mean that T1 get Infernal Soul.
Infernal Soul going to go the way of T1. Lot of fight over Prio there, but it's engaged from Keria. The setup was really clean, and Peanut just way too far forward there is chunked down, and Viper's not able to offer back the save.
Viper's just in Ezreal mode.
Well, unfortunately, they get nothing, and that means a free push here bottom side. No flash for Doran, and he couldn't flash for the counter-strike, so they just back up mid against Doran. Unfortunately, nothing he could do there. Now, there's that Temper Fate.
Yeah, speaking of which, but that is a Poppy, as now Faker going to hop in. He's going to flash this time. As he will not do that again, but the stun comes in, and a bit of damage now, and the lineup from Zeka, and the follow-up from Doran. It is huge here for the side of OPLoLReplay Esports. T1 in a lot of trouble. The flashes come in, Zeus will go down, and OPLoLReplay Esports pick off 3, and they're looking for more. The magical journey on in. They get Keria, and Guma as well being chased down here. And they're looking at, okay, are they actually going to do this? Here comes Viper. Oh, man. Getting pretty frisky with it, but not going to commit, and now the push commences.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the flash go. Even still, just a Kaisa for the defense.
Some low health bars, or rather, long death timers here.
I mean, I think they just push for this one.
It might just end.
I think so.
This might just be the end of the game. Infernal Soul be damned. Skooma desperate. He needs to buy time, but he's nowhere near the wave, and the Tempered Fate is going to get a lot of people here, and they're even going to kill him. OPLoLReplay Esports, they win 1 team fight, 1 pick onto Faker, and that is it. They will win the series.
Delight. He makes it